Listen, you got to have a short memory as far as week to week. We're glad that we got the victory last week against Carroll, but we have next business, which is Washington Marion. Have a lot of athletes that we have to contend with on both sides of the ball.
Got the win, but you also saw a lot of things you can improve on. What did you see looking back at the film?
Definitely got to take care of the penalties. We had too many. They had the double-digit penalties, and we got to make sure we cut those down and have a chance to get better this week and have a chance against a great team in Washington Marion. Having over 12 penalties, that kind of hurt us, and a lot of crucial drives in that game against Carroll.
You have to feel good defensively how you guys did. Carroll got a late touchdown, but besides that, they really weren't able to put together any big drives.
Right. Our defense played well Friday. We had an early drive put on us, and once we settled down and stuck to our rules that we had put in play for that game, we didn't have any problems defensively. They did step up, and hopefully we can continue that.
Offensively, you shot yourself in the foot a couple times, but you have to feel good about your senior quarterback and also backfield with Scott and then also Williams running the ball.
Right. Offensively, we showed that we had quite a few weapons. The quarterback, he showed some growth. Also, two tailbacks, they did a great job. 1-2 punch on the running game. So if those three can continue to play well offensively, we should have a chance to be successful.
A 2-0 start. You never want to complain about that, though.
Right. 2-0 is good, definitely. 3-0 sounds a lot better, but we're going to build on the momentum from last week against Carroll, and hopefully we can continue that and have a great game this week against Washington Marion.
Washington Marion had their first game last week, a good victory for them against Peabody. What have you seen from them so far on tape?
Very athletic. They have a great quarterback that can run. They have a few receivers that are over 6'2". Defensively, they're huge, run well. So we're going to have a lot of a challenge to go against Washington Marion when they come in here. But good thing we're at home, and hopefully we can play well.
Talk a little bit about how you've seen this team kind of come together and a little bit more chemistry over the last 2-3 weeks.
I tell you, these guys have really been playing the last 2 years. They were a little younger last year. We got 6 guys back on both sides. And up to this point, I'm pleased with how well we came together. Hopefully we'll continue that. But right now, the effort's there, and the urgency, playing with that urgency has been great. So I'm pleased with that.
What kind of role has Bam played in the offensive huddle, being a 3-year starter for you? It's got to be a real calming influence when he gets in there and can kind of direct the younger guys.
Right. Charleston, with him being a 3-year starter, he's been in some wars, and he can kind of direct those younger guys offensively. And you need a leader at quarterback with that experience, and that's what he showed Friday, just leading by example.
Defensively, Brandon Peoples seemed to step up his game last Friday night. What has he meant to this program?
Brandon Peoples, he's a specimen for us. He runs a low 4.4, great cover guy, and he showed some agility last Friday. So he's led the defense as well as all of our linebackers. Those guys have stepped up and played well, so hopefully they'll continue that.
Last question, Coach. What's it like after a big victory against a Carroll team like that? Now that you guys had gotten 4 straight against them, what's the atmosphere and what was it like in the locker room?
Everybody it was kind of business as usual, actually. We were glad to get the win. Of course, it's good to have the crosstown rivalry win for us. But I think everybody was more so talking about getting ready for the next game, actually. When we got in the locker room, the kids were still talking about we got Washington Marion. The coaches were on the same page. So it was just kind of business as usual. Let's get ready for the next one.
More interviews and highlights coming up next after the break on The Red Zone.